Well, European Union leaders are lining up to reject Theresa May's demand to reopen the withdrawal agreement, but negotiations in order to rework the backstop. Some European politicians are urging Brussels to strike a more emollient tone before it's too late. Well, let's speak to Detlef Seif. He's a German MEP in Angela Merkel's Christian Democrat Party, and he joins me now. Mr. Seif, thank you very much indeed for being with us. Do you think there is any room for the European Union to give further concessions to the United Kingdom on Brexit?
It's a good rhetorical question. We know the withdrawal agreement and the political declaration are well balanced, and the package we have on the table, citizen rights, the separation issues, the financial obligations, the other obligations, and the future relationship declaration and the transition period are well balanced, and they base on proposals of Theresa May and considers the red lines of the British government. So let me say it clear, change in fundamental of this package is not possible. But I told after the New York rejection of the Brady's amendment from the EU, it's not very helpful, because you said that the tone should be different in this. So what could we make? I see that the Brady's amendment will not get majority in the House of Commons when it comes back after the proposals of Theresa May. She can only get some addition in the political declaration, but not legal binding rules out. You know what I mean? Not legal binding, but only political declaration. And my proposal is, what shall we do a few days ahead of the exiting day, and there is no agreement? So I have the proposal that we should extend Article 50 up to 2 years, and then we have the possibility to negotiate about the future relationship, and we could find legal binding rules in this future relationship, which replaces the backstop and avoids it in the end. And that's my proposal on that. But now the ball is on the British side, and it's the task of Theresa May to request such an extension of Article 50.
But that would mean, of course, that the UK remained a member of the European Union. And as you know, some of the supporters of the Brady Amendment actually want that to be till the end of 2021. That would presumably mean that this year there would have to be European elections in the UK.
It's a good question. But if you see Article 50 and interpret it, my opinion is that it is a legal base to find a first negotiation and agreement about non-participation of Great Britain in the EU elections. You have not to nominate and not to participate later in the European Parliament. It would, on the other way, not possible to find here a flexible procedure. And Article 50 is only a small rule, so we have to interpret it in this sense.
What you're proposing, even if it was adopted by the European Union, as things stand, would be unlikely to be supported by the House of Commons. So in that case, there would be a no-deal Brexit in 53 days' time.
Yes, you're right.
What do you think the chances of that happening are?
We have to deal with a hard Brexit, very professional. On the EU side, we have precautional measures and the contingency plan for Brexit. On the other side, you and Great Britain have the withdrawal bill from the EU, and it rules out, it gives us the rules of the European Union temporarily. So it's a choice in the EU law from your side. It must be possible to avoid severe consequences of a hard Brexit. But let me be clear. There would be negative consequences for economies, for cooperation, and for the mentality of our cooperation.
And just finally, what would you say to British public opinion right now? Because it has to be said that there is a kind of, in some places, an anti-European, an anti-German mood, people drawing analogies with the Second World War. What would you say?
They are wrong, and they shouldn't make a mistake. We have a very friendly partnership, a very tight, close partnership, and we want to maintain it in the future. They don't mistake the European Commission and the member states have a clear agenda. And they want that to maintain the integrity of the European Union so that our concessions are limited. But we are friends and we want to stay friends after Brexit, after soft Brexit, hard Brexit, or so on.
Detlef Seif of the German CDU, thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
This is All Out Politics. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the newspapers in the View. Could there be a general election on the anniversary of D-Day? Coming up.